All right, welcome. This is Module 7, Chapter 15. We're looking at municipal street construction. And the book talks about things. You can look at it, some interesting stuff about how the pavers work and just some of the equipment they talk about. But essentially, municipal street construction is the same process as rural streets and the things that we talked about in Chapter 14. There's not much difference except the content that's on the plans and the content that's in the cross section, and as well as its curb and gutter versus just open ditches. So let me go ahead and I'm going to share the screen. All right, here we are, and this is not going to take us very long. So when you think about a municipality, we're looking at all sorts of roads in between. This is like your major arterial freeway. These are collectors. This is like a local road. This shows down here is arterial. A lot of different types of roads, and the slides are going to talk about that. These different classifications that we talked about last time. So we don't need to worry about that. Do keep in mind though that design standards are based on the road or highway classification, because each of those classifications of roads demands a higher speed, and you have to have a safer road for the higher speed. So it changes the design standards because every road has to handle more traffic at a faster speed. So here is a typical cross section in a city municipality. I'm going to try to zoom in a little bit. There's another one coming that's a little better. But what you'll see is you get the concrete curb. And then over here, we get the concrete sidewalk. But we also have a variety of utilities now that we don't see on the other plans. We've got gas mains and a hydro cable. I'm not sure what that is. It's not water. Phone is the old Bell cable. I mean, that's Bell Atlantic or Ma Bell. Um, which AT&T got broken up and all the little bells came about. Um, and over here we have the fire hydrant. Again, water. I guess that's, I don't know, hydro cable again, but the same type of thing is on this side. Over here we got the gas mains. Now we got a water main on this side we didn't have before. Here's a sanitary sewer line down here. Storm sewer, all these things pop up now on a cross section, and they're there for you to, um, be able to stake things out. All these things are dimensioned. This is just a little cleaner picture, but it's the same idea. And also remember the cross sections tell you the thicknesses of the surface, building up to some sort of paved surface on the top, some pavement, asphalt. Um, these types of slides I'm not even going to talk about. This is where I'm going to end up at here very shortly. We're going to be done. But this is a grade sheet, or some people call them cut and fill sheet, referred to as doing cuts and fills, or a cut and fill sheet, or a grade sheet. Basically, it has a station. It tells you what you're doing. So this could be center line of road. This could be a water line station, a sewer line, storm drain. But what is it? It's the center line of the road and the curb elevation for that particular spot. This is the elevation that is the design is meant to be. That's your curb elevation. So that would be the top of the curb in most all cases. The top of the curb would have this elevation on the plan, per plan, at this spot. When it got staked out, the elevation was this, and it is higher than the design elevation, and you therefore cut. You have to cut the ground down, remove the ground this much, 0.111 probably feet or meters. Nobody's going to be measuring in feet that much, so it's probably in meters to get you back down to the top of the curb. Here's one where it was perfect. We're on grade, you don't have a cut or a fill. So this is a cut sheet. It's very similar to your level notes and your level loops that we talked about a few weeks ago. But that's kind of important for you to understand what goes on with those. I'm not going to worry about this. This is just the geometry, the transition at an intersection, how you still have a curve in here and you've taken it from one spot to another, and you have to have a radius in here right there and make this transition into another street. Here again, you're in a subdivision, tight, small lots. You've got all of this going on with the slides, with the streets, and you'd have to plan everything and propose all the grading and make everything happen to get a street from around here like this, tie it into there and here, and then you'd have to do overlot grading to make it work from between the streets. So there's a lot of stuff going on to get something built. A whole lot's going on in the plans. This is a plan and profile again. Up here is your street sections up here and your distance. They correspond down here to the elevations that things are supposed to be at. And that's going to just about wrap us up here. We've got a same thing, same similar kind of thing going on. This one just was for curbs and gutter, because you can see here the cross section at the bottom is for curb. And so, this was quick and simple, but by the same token, it shows you one more furtherance of how things are in municipalities, and that there's just more going on. There's definitely more going on with a set of plans. There's more going on with construction than there is in a rural area, a rural setting. So this wraps up Module 7. Again, I will be available on Monday night for my office hours. If you have any questions about prior work or even some explanations on anything in this week, please let me know. Text is the best way to get to me, and then follow up or text me and tell me you sent me an email, and that would be just fine. So I thank you. I look forward to one more week with everybody, and I hope you have a great week leading into the final. Take care.